I used to work in the fields at Salazar for 50 cents a day. But with those 50 cents a day, I made like $900 or something a week. And I used to give my mom the check. So she would buy stuff like sugar, like matches for a penny and things like that. Now a box might cost you $5. That's a difference, a lot of difference. And then I got a job as a head start bus driver, and I drove that for 11 years. And then I got the name from there from Libby Label, so that's what they call me now.
Libby Label.
And jobs. That's all I did. And when I was old, when I retired in 11 years, so I just stayed put. I live in Chama.
In Chama.
Colorado, not New Mexico. The town now is lonely. A lot of people gone forever. So there's a very few. Where I live, let's put it this way. It's just I'm about 8 miles from the mountain. And there's nothing but old people. Let's say not as old as I am, or maybe some are older than me still. But there's other people like her age and 70 or 60s, but they're not younger than 25. Some of them, and the ones that are really young, some are just there, and all of them have moved out. You're looking for jobs in Denver because I was born there, and I was raised there. I got married there. And I'm still there, and I love it because it's just a beautiful place. It's sad sort of now, but then it was the most beautiful place ever that I think. I don't care for a big city to begin with. And I guess it was because I was right there or something, I don't know. But I like it, and that view in the summer, oh my God, that scenery is pretty beautiful with all those trees and all people, cows, horses, and stuff you can see. You're always full of doing something. And I don't know why, but I like it. And I think I'm right because I feel real healthy, you know what I'm saying? It's just something that I was never hardly sick, and still. Now what's killing me, these arthritis on my back. That's why I have to carry my Cadillac.
Pink Cadillac, too. A pink Cadillac.
Well, yeah, what else can I say? Sometimes you stop and I do stop sometimes. I sit and start thinking, I says, how come I was almost the only one in the family that I'm still here? My dad was from New Mexico, Amalia, New Mexico. My mom was from Chama. And then my dad died in 1935. And my mom died in 1980. I don't remember exactly what. But I still have it in my thing.
And
anyway.
How many brothers and sisters do you have?
None. Oh, we had two.
How many did you have, I guess I should ask?
I was the only one in the family.
You were the only one in the family?
And I have one daughter.
Wow.
But now I have a lot of them.
She's raised. How long were you married? How long were you married?
50 years.
50 years.
He died in 2011.
And was your husband a Chamero as well, or was your husband from Chama as well?
Who?
Your husband.
No, he was from New Mexico.
From where?
He lived there, but then when we got married, he moved to Chama.
Chama. Mm-hmm.
And then he went to Denver, worked there in Wyoming, Cheyenne. And then we decided to move back to Chama. And so we lived there now until he passed out in 15 years ago.
Wow.
And I'm still alone. I didn't want to get remarried. I was scared to remarry the people that are not the young guys and stuff. No. And we have to support them instead of them supporting me.
Well, you outlived all the young
I
men.
figured, no way. I said, I will not find another husband like the one I had.
The history of San Luis is bound together by an isolation that sets the Culebra villages apart, a language dating back to 16th century Castilian Spanish, and a deep faith that places the church at the heart of the community. The land, the water, and the arts reflect a rich cultural mosaic representative of the people who live in and around San Luis de la Culebra. Generations have experienced the unchanging treasure of spiritual values and ecological and cultural traditions that are the sacred center of San Luis's landscape.
Everything that changes it a lot too was between languages. You know that? Back then, nobody knew English, right? Mm-hmm. Nobody. Hardly, maybe. And then it started coming, English started coming in. So the younger people, especially now, they speak more English than their own. You know what I'm saying? It's just like the kids now, you talk to them and say, huh? They don't know anything. And back there was nothing but Spanish. All the people talk Spanish, and when they give, that's why we're so. That's why I don't speak English like people do. I didn't have that education. You know, the schools were different. It's all Spanish teachers and still. So that's a lot of changes too. It's funny when you don't know how to say things or things like that. It's funny. It's not funny, but it's embarrassing. You first people feel like that.
Oh,
and kids, when they were small, we all used to talk Spanish. And when their sisters used to come, they brought some in San Luis, and they used to go to Chama on certain days. And that, more or less, I think that's when it started English, to us to talk English. A lot of people that at least I can talk a little bit, but there's a lot of people still that don't know anything in English, right?
When you were young, do you remember the Depression?
I remember they used to go and handle people food, you know, and stamps. I still have some of those stamps.
You do?
Yeah.
You saved them?
I saved some. They used to smoke a lot, and the cigarettes were in Russia then. And you could get maybe a pack or two, whatever, somebody. And I went into Salazar, was the name of the store at that time. And I told Enelicia, a cousin of mine, who were very close, and she used to work at the store. And I told her to just sell me a carton of cigarettes. And she said, I don't know if I can do it or not. And I said, well, try. And I went into the office where Mabel was working and the other guy, well, Charlie, I think, or something. Anyway, and I asked if I could have some stamps, some of the stamps I'm getting. Because they used to give us stamps to buy shoes or things like that. And this girl said, go in and try it. So I went in and I just started talking to him and laughing and stuff like now. And so Mabel said, I don't know if I can give you some, Libby. Okay. Don't give me any. I said, look, I'm used to it anyway. Okay. So, no, I got up to walk up to go home, and she said, come tomorrow and see what we can do. So I went the following day. And when I said to talk to him, I was talking to him, and the guy stopped up to go get a cigarette. They were really wanting to smoke so bad. That's what I did. And she said, Libby, do you smoke? I said, no, I don't smoke, and I don't ever want to smoke. And she said, do you think you can give cigarettes or something like that? Well, I'll try to help you with it. And I said, okay. So I'll be back. So I walked out and went to the store and I told Edith, Alicia, you remember Edith, no?
What's an artist?
Mariana's sister.
Oh.
And then anyway, I told her, sell me a carton of cigarettes. I don't know if I can. Well, I'll try. So come tomorrow. So I went back and told the lady I was going to wait till tomorrow to see if I could get one. So the following day when I went, she had it and I bought it to her. And I went in again. So she gave me stamps and I gave her the pack of cigarettes. So when the guy came in at the same time when I was giving her the back, he said, what are you having, Libby? No, and I said, nothing. And Mabel said, oh, she just brought me some cigarettes. I'll buy you half of it right away. They were crazy for smoking. So she gave me those stamps. I hardly used them. I didn't know how to go back them. And I remember if I'm not mistaken, I know exactly where they are. And that was way back then.
Do you remember traditions from church when you were younger?
From the church?
Mm-hmm. In Chama?
Oh yeah, they had not in the church, La Morada, what they call Morada. The people, men, there was a bunch of people, a man that they made like they had the morada, they call it, I don't know what they call it in English.
La morada.
Morada. But anyway, there were men in there, they had making like real hard penitent. The penitentes, they used to call them, the men. And they used to make on Fridays only. They used to make groceries, and they had a certain man that had like a calvario. What do you call that? Where they had the Lord out there.
Yes.
Maybe about I don't know, maybe about 4 or 5 blocks or more than that. And they used to get together and sing to him and go out there and pray at night, like at 7 o'clock or so.
The Calvario was
Calvary.
That was
yeah, it was like the skeleton or the cross.
They used to carry him.
The crucifix.
They used to carry, one man used to carry the cross on his shoulder. He'd walk out in the hole, and then the other men, a lot of people joined them to the Calvary, or what they call it.
Calvary.
Yeah. It was really nice. I liked it. And they had these, I don't know what they call it, but they were boxes like this, and they put something in the head handle to go around like that, and it made a big noise. But they still, people were dead wouldn't come alive. But bam, all night.
Yeah, what is
Matracas.
that? Matracas. Yes, matracas.
I remember we used to go and they were praying or something, and we were crazy, I guess. We didn't put much attention, but we went out there just to make fun. And we put our hand like that in the wall, and it got cold. And then when it got cold, we went down and touched somebody on the face with an And then the president of the society or whatever, he went there one night. If you can't behave or something, you better not come back. No? Are you coming back? No. Yeah, we're coming back. But it was a lot of fun. But that's what changes there is now and then. I think it was better back then than now. You know what I'm saying? People are, I don't know, they're like, they like things like, different to what we did anyway. Now, back then there were dances, oh my God, I danced through the night and I could dance the day after that. And now there's nothing, there is, but what difference does it make? About 10, 11, 12, they're fighting already and the dance is over. Yeah, it was nice. I had a lot of things that changed in my life with them. But my life is still the same. I still like things like that to do, you know.
Yeah, she told me a story one time about in her kitchen, because she still lives in the same home where she grew up in. And like she said that everyone would come into her, like on a Saturday evening. Everyone in the community would come over, and one guy would pull out his guitar, and another one would put out his accordion, another one would put the mandolin, or if I don't know specifically if they had a piano or not, but they would kind of just pull the chairs and tables to the side or their main table, and just sing and dance and tell stories. And it was kind of their form of entertainment for a very long time. And I think you lose that with cell phones and cars where you can just go somewhere very quickly. You could drive to Alamosa within an hour. If back then it'd take you an hour to drive to San Luis, or just go in your little cart across town, or even in the 30s, even if you had a car, it wasn't the same. It was more about community.
Do you still dance?
Well, I used to, now that I got the Cadillac again.
You dance with the Cadillac.
But I love to dance. I could dance day and night. That's what the guys tell me now. That's why your legs, everything hurts.
Everything hurts.
You could dance some more. I can't now.
Yeah, they still have Miss Crismas in the valley.
Yeah. I remember when I was 10 years old, we used to get the biggest bag we found. And all the people, we go out there asking for Merry Christmas on the doors. And the people come on to walk us in, and they gave us some candy. By the time we finished the whole thing, at 12 o'clock, we couldn't even with the bag. But we could wait for the day.
It's kind of like a Halloween, but
from house to
Christmas.
house.
So like on 24th and Nochebuena, or?
Yes,
Okay.
and or early Christmas morning, like really early.
And New Year's, it was even better.
Mm-hmm.
When I was a teenager, when I was 18, 19, and we used to get a person to sing and play guitar and stuff, and they used to sing verses to the people. And we went in there about 6 or 7 at night till 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning, every house, and they collected money, or some of the people gave them food or stuff, and they made a dance the day after. It was nice. They made a lot of fun to help the church. It was cool. I like it. I wish it was like that still, but no nice. It's different. People are doing a lot of things different than we did back then. We used to ride on horses and wagons. We used to sit in the wagon in the back with our heads hanging up. It was nice. I like it. I still remember all those days. I'll never forget.
Did they used to celebrate, what did they call it?
There's Chama. They used to
Chama?
celebrate Santiago. They used to call Santiago and Santana. But now they celebrate Santiago and Santana and San Luis.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
They would celebrate Santiago and
Yeah.
Chama and Santa Ana and San Luis. And now it's just combined.
2 ago, 2013 or 2012, they picked me up to be the queen, remember?
Uh-huh. Yes, that was
I
2
didn't
years
want
ago.
to go, man. They begged me till I said, yeah, okay. So I went. Yeah.
So she got to ride in the float in the parade.
If I go out at night, I look at the sky and I look all around. I see, and the difference I know is that there's no stars. Oh, you can see maybe 1, 3, 4, maybe 5. And out to the east, when they're coming, there's for sure 2 of them. They go like that, real slow, and I just watch them going. And you can't do this in the big city. You go out and see it, all you see is car bags, people coming and everything like that. But out there, it's just so simple to be there, I think. And then the moon, sometime last night, it's a full moon now, right? It was beautiful. You get used to it. And if you're happy, what more do you want?